This is Jason Russell with your Eastern District Fishing Report. Current water levels at U.S. Army Corps lakes are variable across the district. Huntington District lakes, including Dewey, Fish Trap, Paintsville, and Yatesville, are nearly all within 1 foot above summer pool. Same goes for Louisville District lakes, including Carr and Buckhorn. Conditions at these lakes are mostly clear, with water temperatures in the low to mid 70s. Buckhorn has had to release quite a bit of water over the past weekend, and water there is murky with much more limited visibility. Most of these lakes are releasing some water, but tailwater conditions remain fishable with some caution. Both Carr Creek Lake and Paintsville Lake are currently at minimal outflow and would provide good fishing opportunities. Rainbow trout were stocked at most of these locations during the first week of May and should still offer additional opportunity. Bass fishing is providing a little more challenging right now, with spawning activity continuing. Most larger females have moved back off the beds and may be found suspending in nearby cover. Males will be actively tending nest sites, slow work baits in and around brush piles and treetops adjacent to more gradual sloping sand or gravel banks. Rocky points near cove mouths joining the main lake continue to hold fish at varying depths. Fish are strongly relating to wood and brush structure now in search of bait fish. Catfish are feeding heavily in a pre-spawn pattern, putting on weight. Dewey Lake is showing strong numbers of flathead catfish on deeper, rocky banks in both upper and lower lake sections. Fish Trap Lake is also maintaining good numbers of larger blue catfish. This lake receives little less pressure on catfish, and all three main species, including blue, channel, and flatheads, are available in good sizes and numbers. Bluegill and red ear sunfish are continuing to move shallow and are beginning to shape bedding areas into bottom sediments. Watch for them to begin to spawn soon. Forecasted rainfall for the wake will likely affect water conditions at all locations. Be sure to check weather conditions and plan ahead to take advantage of the best conditions for the week.
This is Jeff Crosby with the Central District Fishing Report. Water temperatures at area lakes are running in the lower 70s. It's time to get out and fish for a few bluegill and shellcracker at area lakes. Area lakes like McNeely Lake, Beaver, Elmer Davis, Bolts, and Corinth Lake can provide an excellent opportunity for some good bluegill and shellcracker currently. Try your luck fishing live baits such as redworms, mealworms, waxworms around aquatic vegetation, looking for pockets in the vegetation where these panfish are spawning. Additionally, it's still good fishing for largemouth at many area lakes, lakes such as Taylorsville, Harrington, Gist, Bullock Pen, Kincaid Lakes can provide excellent opportunities for largemouth bass this time of year. Many of these fish are coming off the spawn, so they're in post-spawn modes, but these fish can be caught on a variety of lures this time of year, especially crankbaits, spinner baits, as well as using soft plastics can be very productive at these lakes. And finally, don't forget about your local fins, ponds, or lakes in your area. These lakes have been stocked with channel catfish in recent months. These ponds can provide an excellent fishing opportunity. Check out the department's website at fw.ky.gov for a complete list of fins lakes in your area. So grab a pole, enjoy some great fishing, and I hope to see you on the water.
This is Adam Martin with your Western District Fishing Report. Here at Kentucky and Barkley Lakes, the water temps are around 73 degrees, and heavy rainfalls, particularly on the Lake Barkley side, have caused water levels to rise to 361. The two lakes are very different right now, with some heavily stained water in Barkley and only moderately stained water in Kentucky. Current remains very high through both dams and the canal as TVA and the Corps of Engineers continue to release water to reduce flooding upstream. As per usual, under these conditions, the fish are scattered, which has made the fishing a bit tougher than we are used to this spring. The bass are still guarding fry, but some of the larger schools of fry are starting to break up. With these elevations, many fish will have moved into the flooded bushes in search of food and cover, so flipping bushes can be a productive pattern for largemouth. Smallmouth on Kentucky Lake can still be targeted on the main lake using forward-facing sonar and finesse techniques. The crappie are also scattered and are mostly post-spawn. However, I do expect this flood to trigger some additional spawning activity from the white crappie. Most of these fish are being caught in the 10 to 12 foot range. The bluegill fishing is still excellent, and because those fish were mostly on beds prior to the flood, they will still be in those same beds in the 3 to 5 foot water depth range. The channel catfish have also moved shallow, although the biggest pulse of spawning fish likely won't happen for a few weeks. Tailwater fishing is very difficult right now due to the high water levels and flows, but bow fishermen targeting the flooded areas should find plenty of fish to shoot. As always, and particularly right now during flood conditions, if you get out on the water, always remember to wear your life jackets and kill switches. Good luck.
This is Caleb Bentley with the Kentucky Stocking Report. This week across the state, we stocked rainbow trout, sawguy, and hybrid catfish. Rainbow trout were stocked in the Cumberland tailwaters, Harrington Lake tailwaters, Royal Springs, Taylorsville Lake tailwaters, Beaver Creek, and Elk Springs. Sawguy were stocked in Taylorsville Lake, Guest Creek Lake, A.J. Jolly Lake, Bullock Pen Lake, Carpenter Lake, Will Green Lake, and Lake Carnico. Hybrid catfish were stocked in Southgate Lake. Good luck fishing and stay safe.